What's some safety measures you take when either putting your girlfriend, a young lady you might know, or a family member in an Uber late at night? What's some safety precautions you typically take? Do you snap a picture of the license plate before they drive off? Do you make sure you stay on the phone with that person the whole time so you're aware of what's going on? Do you give your location out to people to make sure that, maybe you got her location on so you could tell when she got to her crib and when she made it home safe? What safety precautions do you take in order to make sure that your ride share, your Uber ride, your Lyft, whatever it is you may be taking, especially if you're taking public transportation, what measures do you take to make sure the people in your life are safe? I want you to think about those measures you take and X them by 10. We need to start taking way better measures, way safer measures when putting our loved ones in these ride shares, Ubers, etc. This is why.
Police arrested an Uber driver yesterday for allegedly raping and killing a woman. And as Jesse Wells tells us, the driver now admits he did it.
We now want to warn you that the details in this story may be considered disturbing.
The victim's family tells me they tracked her phone down to these woods where they found her body and called police. Less than 24 hours later, IMPD had the suspect in custody and are now preaching a message of prevention. Just after 1 o'clock Monday afternoon, in these woods on Indy's near southeast side, a woman who had been reported missing hours earlier was found naked with a shirt pulled over her head. Police believe 30-year-old Chanty Dixon had been sexually assaulted and shot to death.
This is just disgusting all around, and it did not have to happen.
Police claim a 29-year-old Uber driver, Francisco Valadez, picked up the victim from work early Sunday morning and drove Dixon to her home at this apartment complex just a few feet from the woods where she was murdered. According to this affidavit, Valadez gave conflicting stories but eventually admitted to shooting the victim while trying to have sex with her. After dumping Dixon's body, the suspect confessed he tried to have sex with her again.
This is a family's worst nightmare. We're disgusted by these allegations.
Police quickly used rideshare information from Uber to help track down the accused killer.
Rideshares continue to be an excellent and a safe option to use when you're out in our community.
While we are learning more tonight about a murder investigation here in Indianapolis, a rideshare driver admits to detectives he shot and killed a female customer.
That woman's body was discovered on the near southeast side yesterday. CBS 4's Jesse Wells spoke to the woman's family and to police at the IMPD police chief about this case.
The victim's family tells me they tracked her phone down to these woods where they found her body and called police. Less than 24 hours later, IMPD had the suspect in custody and are now preaching a message of prevention. Just after 1 o'clock Monday afternoon, in these woods on Indy's near southeast side, a woman who had been reported missing hours earlier was found naked with a shirt pulled over her head. Police believe 30-year-old Chanty Dixon had been sexually assaulted and shot to death.
This is just disgusting all around, and it did not have to happen.
Police claim a 29-year-old Uber driver, Francisco Valadez, picked up the victim from work early Sunday morning and drove Dixon to her home at this apartment complex just a few feet from the woods where she was murdered. According to this affidavit, Valadez gave conflicting stories but eventually admitted to shooting the victim while trying to have sex with her. After dumping Dixon's body, the suspect confessed he tried to have sex with her again.
This is a family's worst nightmare. We're disgusted by these allegations.
Police quickly used rideshare information from Uber to help track down the accused killer.
Rideshares continue to be an excellent and a safe option to use when you're out in our community.
While they insist the murder in these woods is an isolated incident, IMPD says rideshare users can always share their location with friends and family, and women should trust their instincts if things feel dangerous.
Women, you have a right to exist in this community safely, and you have a right to use these rideshares safely. Trust yourself.
This is disgusting. It's disturbing. Ms. Dixon, especially her family, No one deserves to be treated this way in our community.
Finally, formal charges by the prosecutor's office in this case are still pending. In the meantime, IMPD asks anyone who may have had a suspicious encounter with the suspect using rideshare in recent weeks to contact their department. Jesse Wells, CBS 4 News.
A spokesperson from Uber sent CBS 4 a statement saying in part, quote, "Our hearts break for Miss Dixon's family and loved ones in the midst of this tragedy. We will assist Indianapolis police however we can as they continue to investigate."
Women, girls, mothers, they have a right to exist freely in our community without fear of something heinous happening to them.
Police say an Indianapolis Uber driver shot and killed a woman who was riding with him and then dumped her body on the southeast side of the city. This is an update to a story we first brought you on Monday.
Now, investigators say the crime happened over the weekend, but the woman's body wasn't found until Monday afternoon. Tonight, WRTV's Adam Shooms is learning more from police about what they say happened.
This is 30-year-old Chanty Dixon.
She's a hustler. She's gonna do whatever she got to do to take care of her family.
Her best friend, Pino William, told us about the woman she was.
If I was there, it wouldn't happen. We always made sure we got home safe.
Police say Dixon's body was found Monday afternoon near East Raymond Street and South Sherman Drive on Indy's southeast side. Court documents say the family became suspicious after they didn't hear from her after she got off work Sunday morning. The family filed a missing persons report on Monday morning. Court documents say 29-year-old Uber driver Francisco Valadez told police he picked Dixon up from her work around 3:30 Sunday morning. He attempted to have sex with her in his car, but got angry after a fight with Dixon, and he shot her. Court records allege Valadez dragged her body from the car, sexually assaulted her, and left her body in a wooded area. Police arrested him for Dixon's murder. Police are urging people to share their location with friends and family members, and say you can always ask a driver to pull over if you don't feel safe.
As a woman, this hits differently for me. Women, girls, mothers, they have a right to exist freely in our community without fear of something heinous happening to them.
Now, honestly speaking, I'm pretty sure 90% of Uber, Lyft ride, all ride shares are successful, safe, 90%, maybe even like 95%. But you're always gonna have some weirdos out there. Like, yes, Uber does their background checks. Uber does their background checks to find out who people are before they allow them to ride for them. However, I don't think these background checks are that extensive, because come to find out, this guy had strangulation. He strangled somebody. I'm guessing it's a female. He strangled somebody in his past. That's on his arrest record. Now, he done viciously murdered this young woman, bro. 29 years old. Beautiful girl, man, with a future ahead of her. A family that loves her. You see how her family, it's a shame, bro. Her family knew something was wrong when she didn't turn up. What they do? They track her phone to the spot where this dude brutally shot and murdered this woman, man. Like, bruh, and not only did he brutally murder her, he did some things to her, some nasty things to her, bro. Took advantage of her after he made her a corpse. Like, bro, they even saying dude left and came back after she was already deceased and did it again. Like, bro, some things are obviously preventable, but you're gonna always have some sick individuals out there. And the only thing we could do is take the measures to make sure that we recognizing who these people are, recognizing that they sick, get them some help, and keep them away from the general public. Keep them away from our sisters, mothers, wives, daughters, nieces, etc. Like, bro, this nasty, man. I really feel for this family, bro. Like, man, they told the police they knew something was wrong, but you know, there's a certain amount of time before the police actually go put out a search crew for you. So the family created their own search crew, came out and tracked her down by her location and found her in the woods, bro. They found her in the woods, naked, bro, and afraid. Well, she was deceased, but you know, she was afraid, bro, going out. Like, There's no way this young lady coming from work at 3 a.m. was expecting this. This was the last thing on her mind. She probably did get a little bit of female's intuition and felt like something was wrong. The dude probably tried to talk to her, but she like, yo, I'm just trying to get home. I'm on my way home. I'm getting off work at 3 a.m. from working hard, putting in these hours. Like, come on, bro. She seemed like a hard-working woman. You heard what her sister said about it. Like, she gonna work. One thing about it, she gonna get to it. She gonna work. She gonna put in any hours she gotta get to get it done. That's what her sister said about her, man. With a family that loves her, bro. It's a shame, man. This is a sad one, bro. This is one of these stories I regret to bring to you. However, one of these stories we gotta take a look at and try to make our lives a little bit more safer. Make the lives safer for your nieces, your daughters, your sisters, man. We gotta do this. The females in our lives, even our friends that we send home on a late night after the bar, 2, 3 in the morning. If you sending your female friend home, whether you smashing her or not, that's just your female friend. You need to make sure, take responsibility and get her home safely. Like, make sure you tracking her on the Find My iPhone. Make sure you on the phone with her on the way home. Whatever it takes to make sure we doing better to keep the females safe, man. I ain't even gonna lie. This one of them ones that got me wanting to call my mom, call my sister, call my niece, and just tell them I love them, bro, and be safe. I want to send them this video to just let them know, man, it's not all peaches and cream out here. Some of these dudes are really sick. We got some sick individuals out here. In the female gender, in the male gender, in the in-between. But we for sure got some sick dudes out here that will use their strength. This dude came with a gun. He used the gun. He shot the woman, bro. Because he got angry that she wouldn't give it up. Have a safety measure on you, ladies, bro. Whether it's mace, a taser, a poker, your hammer, a gun, a handgun, if you in a place that you could do so. We got to make sure we taking some safety measures, because this one right here really hurt. I ain't going to lie. I ain't even going to lie to you, man. Safety, safety. I'm in this video just telling everybody, be safe, man. Keep your loved ones safe. I'm going to see y'all all in the next video, man. Like the video, subscribe, share to your social medias. Make sure this video get out and people hear about it so we can keep even more people safe. If you got a story of something that made you feel a little creepy in an Uber, you a female that got a story, let me know in the comments, man, what your story is, what happened. Like, I'm glad you got up out of there safely. I'm gone. I'll see y'all all in the next one, gang.